Okay, before we go ahead and get started here, I want to make sure you guys are subscribed to our main channel here, our Chat Sports official channel, which has 240,000 plus subscribers who are all getting ready for the start of the NFL draft with our news and rumor videos over there, as well as full coverage, round by round coverage of every single of the NFL draft. So it's like whenever you get to the third round and the Niners are up, we actually cover who the take and not just kind of shuffle through picks and talk about guys we want to. We do, great stuff here at Chat. And so go ahead and join the fun, the most watched NFL draft show on YouTube. We beat out everybody last year, over 1 million people watching us live. So go ahead and make sure you guys are subscribed to watch that. All right, let's jump into some questions here. And we will go ahead and start with, I believe, a super chat by Renee Villegas. He says, you're the coach. Who do you pick? From all draft picks? Also keep crushing at 49ers 83. $5. I appreciate that. Who do you pick? All the draft picks? Man, I don't know if I can give you all the draft picks right now. I'll say this. I like Justin Fields. I think it's going to be Justin Fields at number 3 overall, even though the rumors are saying it won't be Justin Fields. But what are you going to do? It's my choice, right? You're saying I'm the coach. And around 2, 3, and 4, I'll make sure I get a cornerback, a pass rusher, and a wide receiver. Doesn't matter what order you go in, but those are the 3 big needs right now for the San Francisco 49ers. Maybe a safety. If you want to say safety, that's fine. But I think right now the 49ers need to go ahead and get one of those 3. I can't go through every single pick right now, obviously, but those are the spots that I would go ahead and grab. A De'Ami Brown, a Tutu Atwell. We talked about receivers, a Tyson, a Mel Kiper, Tom McShay mock just a couple of days ago. Even the guy that they good falls are all legit. Question there, Renee. Okay, let's move over to the next question here. This one is going to go ahead and come from Niners All Day 55. Why is Justin Fields getting so much hate? He better be the pick at 3. I don't know why he's getting hate at all. I don't understand. We talked about the medical condition that he has, epilepsy, which he told all NFL teams. Doctors have cleared him, said it's not a problem. That's not the reason. I think that every now and then there's a quarterback who falls in the draft and people just want to fall. I don't know, but Justin Fields seems to be that guy this year. I will still be shocked. If the 49ers don't take him and it's Trey Lance or Mac, feeling like it's going to go ahead and be Justin Fields. All right, let's jump into some more questions here. Debo Stan says, what does the Gallman signing mean? The Wayne Gallman signing is interesting, and I was kind of surprised San Francisco did this just a couple of days ago. I think it means they're not going to spend a high draft on a running back, and I didn't think they were going to anyway. But I feel very confident about the current running back depth chart. I love, obviously, the top 3 guys that are going to be there, and these will be the top 3 guys, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, and then JaMychal Hasty. But I guess you would move Gallman ahead of Hasty now. I just think this means that no chance of getting a running back in rounds 2, 3, or 4. It probably means that if they do get a running back much later on in the draft, or just not at all. And so the Gallman signing does have an impact. At times, he can be a pretty good back right now. You look at the stats from last year: 147, 682 yards and 6 touchdowns. By no means a slouch. He can definitely be a rotation guy. It is still Mostert's team, and it will be Mostert's team. I think Jeff Wilson gets the other carries, but if they need someone to come in, obviously an injury could be an instance. Knock on wood. Happen, then Gallman will go ahead and probably be the guy. What do you guys think about this? The 49ers draft a running back after the Gallman signing. I'm starting to think that probably not, at least high up in the NFL draft. If you do, type Y down below for yes. If you do not, then go ahead and type N down below for no. As I, again, don't think they're going to draft a quarterback, but they will draft a quarterback, a wide receiver. But as always, I could be wrong. Question here comes via Super Chat. 25 from No. My God. Man, that's a good super chat right there. What do we got here? Okay, he says, first, you're the man. I appreciate that. The man. Second, what do you think about that Grant Cohn? Oh, boy. Reporters say the 49ers are definitely drafting Zach Wilson because he's following only 11 players of 49ers, but not any Jet players. Is that really what he's going to go on? Is this real? Is that – okay, let's just think about this, right? Let's just think about the reporting here by Mr. Grant Cohn. So Grant Cohn is saying it's going to be Zach Wilson. Why? Because he follows 49er players on Instagram. I follow celebrities on Instagram, and guess what? I'm friends with them. Nor am I going to be a celebrity anytime soon. You can follow supermodels on Instagram, but you won't be dating them just because you follow them. Okay, there is a guarantee in this draft that starts at 1, continues at 2, and then is unknown at 3. 1, guaranteed. You put all your money in the world on it, it's going to happen. Zach Wilson is 2. The Jets actually said they're going to take Zach Wilson. It will be Zach Wilson, and the report Grant Cohn saying that it's because that it's not going to be Zach Wilson because the 49ers is ridiculous. If he's right on this and I'm wrong, I will come right out and be like, I'm an idiot. I'm wrong. All hail the great reporting here, but this is very bad and it's not going to happen. Now, again, drama, right? You can say stuff and then we talk about it. It works in the media and so you can catch or trigger people. That's how it happens, but stop it. It's not going to happen. You are the man. I appreciate that super chat. I appreciate you hanging out here on the 49ers Report where I don't just, pull draft picks out of my butt. Okay. D-Man Dooney says, what's up? And who, what up? What's up, man? Who would you pick in the second round? Bryce Samuel Jr., Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Tyson Campbell, Terrence Marshall, tons of typos, I know. I take Asante Samuel Jr. out of that bunch. They don't need another running back. They just signed Wayne Gallman. We talked about that. Harris won't be there, but I still wouldn't take him if he was. Campbell's good. I like Terrence Marshall a lot, but I don't think the cornerback is a little bit more important right now than wide receiver. And Asante Samuel Jr. is really good. If he's there at 43, they won't pass up on him. He won't be there at number 43 overall. So I like the question. A lot of good players. I would honestly be happy with any one of those. I just am not really big overall on the running backs. All right, next question here comes from Big Baller Niner. Barry Baller. Best guess at 3? Well, it's not Zach Wilson, right? I mean, that's pretty easy to say. My stays Justin Fields. And and again, I have no insight on this, right? I'm not looking at who Justin Fields follows on Instagram to go ahead and give you my opinion. This is my opinion. This is Thomas Mott's thoughts, okay? Scott's thoughts and Ryan right there. Here's the deal. Fields makes the most sense for the all-around plan the Niners want to go ahead and play. We hear Trey Lance. Trey Lance is very much similar to Justin Fields. Justin Fields has legitimate college experience against legit, really good college players. Trey Lance does not, right? And so I can see how you can convince yourself that Trey Lance is better because maybe he throws a better football, and in the end, he might be smarter than Justin Fields from a football perspective. Who knows? But conventional wisdom, just having a functioning prefrontal cortex will tell you that Justin Fields needs to go ahead and be the pick at number 3. It's my best guess. Now, again, I could be wrong on this, but it's absolutely my best guess that's going to go ahead and be Justin Fields. Okay, now, before we go ahead and keep going, quick shout out to my main man, Mitch, over at our official Sports YouTube channel. Remember how I mentioned earlier that there's a 3-round mock super draft with Mel Kiper and Tom McShay? We have graded every single team's 3-round mock draft based on this mock draft at our official Chat Sports channel. So head over there and check it out after the show and see what he thinks about the 49ers in their 3 first round or their 3 picks via this mock draft. And while you're there, make sure you guys are subscribed to our main Chat Sports channel for more coverage like that, as well as all 7 rounds, 3 days of the 2021 NFL Draft. Obviously, you have mock drafts, you have draft coverage, you have news and rumors, big boards, and more. A ton of NFL stuff over there for all teams, including the 49ers. So go ahead and check it out and subscribe at our official Sports YouTube channel. Let's keep going here. More questions. A whole lot along. Grand Asen. What if the Jets switch it up and take Fields? Is this a Grant Cohen burner account? I don't know. I know it's not going to happen. Would we take Zach Wilson? Yes, they would, 100%. And the Niners like Zach Wilson, and they've been very clear from the very start of this whole process, but I think they understand they're not going to get Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson likes San Francisco a lot more than the Jets, which, can't blame him because the Jets have been a dumpster fire. The Niners have been, the pinnacle of NFL operating from an NFL organization standpoint. I don't think the Jets switch it up. The Jets are going to go Zach Wilson. They traded Darnold for a reason, because they know who they're going to get, and it's going to be Zach Wilson. But if he were to fall short, but it's not going to happen. Justin says, is it possible to get Antonio Brown on a veteran minimum? I don't think he'd take a veteran minimum, because if he did, he'd just re-sign with the Bucs and go win another Super Bowl, right? So he's a little bit more money, which, don't we all, right? But I don't think that they're going to go ahead and Antonio Brown. He wasn't even really that, he was good last year, especially season run, but he's no longer the AB who was the number 1 receiver in the NFL, or these 3 receiver in the NFL during his time in Pittsburgh. So I don't think he's going to sign for the veteran minimum. I think the reason why he hasn't signed for the veteran minimum, because again, he wants a little bit more money. I think in the end, he's going to go ahead and come back and be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Jay Moose, Wayne Gallman signing was good. He got praised by the New York Giant fans last season. Great pickup for us. Yeah, I had no problem with it. Again, this is not some slouch off the streets. He was a good running back last year. Had over 600 yards. Sounds rushing. I do worry about the mouths to feed at the running back spot now. You got Jeff Wilson Jr., you have JaMycal Hasty, you have Wayne Gallman, you have a Raheem. A lot of mouths to overall feed, but I would agree. Listen, I think it's a pretty good overall addition because, again, they had a lot of injuries at the running back position last year on top of all the rest of the injuries. And if you would have had a guy like Gallman, you might have been able to stick with running the football a little bit more is a lot more experienced than, say, a rookie out of Baylor like Schmeichel Hasty was during the 2020 campaign for him. R&B Bro says, what is the news for Tony Jefferson? I have not heard an update on Jefferson news, so I really do not know. I'm going to be straight up. I'm not going to BS you on this one. I'm not sure what the news or the update is on Tony Jefferson. I've not heard anything, so no news. Hopefully, go ahead and be good news. John Day says, thoughts on picking up tight end Pat Fryer. Is it Freiermuth? I kept hearing him. He's on the big noon kickoff. Freiermuth, right? Man, second round draft pick is tough here. And Freiermuth might sneak into the first round because he's the best tight end in this draft, if not for Kyle Pitts. I don't think they need him. I don't think they needed George Reed, although he was a nice addition until he retired because he kept having post-concussion symptoms, which you can't blame. A billion concussions. I wouldn't hate the idea. I just think they have bigger needs than because they have this guy named George Kittle who honestly really is really, really good. As good as this. You guys trust Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch? You should. I mean, you should trust them to be the guys making the right decisions. You trust them to draft the right quarterback, even if it's my favorite Justin Fields. I trust them. What we say, Shanahan, we trust here. Type T, trust. Type D down below for don't trust. Okay, if you don't trust them, I'm very surprised you're a Niner fan because that's kind of weird. But if you do trust them, type T down below for trust. As I think you should, right? Turan. Wow, look at this last name. I can't go. Man, I want to say it. Go Pianadan. I might have. So sorry if I butchered that. It's tough. Is Mac Jones worthy to be a top 10 pick? Yes, he is. Now, do I think he should be the pick at 3? No, but he will go top 10 because he had a very good year last year. He threw 44 touchdowns at Alabama and win a national championship game. You're going to go in the first round. It just happened. I mean, it has to be. And he's worked his way from being a first round quarterback to being a top 10 quarterback. And I think overall he is worthy of being a top 10 draft pick. I just don't want the Niners to take him at 3, right? Does that make sense? Sorry. I don't. Sorry. But I don't think that they're going to take him at 3. So hopefully we're going to be good to go and okay on that front. Super chat. Let me see it. $5 for Monet, my man. Day of the draft. Will you all 3 days? Because would be all in. Mixing things up would give you this first round to get my man Aaron Rodgers. So here's how it works for the draft, right? So main guys, sports, Tom Downey, Mitch. They're going to have Harrison. I mean, all the guys there are going to be live during all 3 rounds of the NFL draft. I get popped in during the first round and probably the second round, checking in on the picks, right? So it essentially is like what they do for the national network. So we do our own draft show. We crush them. I mean, we pick. And so they'll go to me during the 49ers pick. And we'll talk about the 49ers during our draft show. So I will be a part of it, not in a complete capacity, but in the past couple of years, I've come in and out during live portions and talk about so yes. They're not going to trade for Aaron Rodgers, though. So sorry about that, but not going to happen. Super chat, though. But yes, I will be heavily involved in the Chat Sports full day, 3-day broadcast. NFL draft will break down a lot in terms of stuff live, as well as some recaps as well. Niners all day. Here we go. I've done some scouting on this guy, Thomas Mott. Be a great pick at 3. Hope we get him. He fits our scheme pretty perfectly. Mott at 3, #49. I hope you're right, dude. You know how much money I'd get if I was drafted number 3 overall in the NFL draft? Like, are you kidding? Just a look. Like, I mean, I would do it like tomorrow, even if it meant just getting obliterated by defensive tackles. But they're gonna pay me like $5-10 million. Come on, we would all do it. Right? I keep saying it. Baylor, in my alma mater, I was a pretty darn good quarterback during my intramural time. Just out there. There's some film somewhere on the interweb. I don't know where it is, but it's out there. Let's see. We got time for one more. Let's do one more here. Niners all day. What do you think about Elijah Molden out of Washington? He's my pick at 43. I think he's going to be there. He's been very quiet in terms of the second-round cornerbacks, and it's kind of weird why. Washington is normally one of the schools that has really good cornerbacks. So in the past, Sidney Jones was a second-round draft pick. He was taken very, very high. And then a lot of the other Washington cornerbacks we know of are all really good in the past. I think he'll be there in round 2. Not sure he will be the pick. I don't really know. But I think that it is a solid chance overall.